Hello, this is Professor White. Today we will look at the graph of cotangent. To look at the graph of cotangent, you may want to watch tangent, sine, and cosine before you come to this video. So, let's get started. Let's remember that cotangent is simply 1 over tangent. You can think about tangent graph first and then kind of see where things blow up. Or you can think about it as cosine over sine. So we have a problem where sine is 0. And then let's also look at the sine of cotangent. Sine of cotangent is just like tangent. It's going to be positive diagonally and negative here. And it's going to have a period of pi. And we did that in the basic trigonometric function video. So let's draw the basic cotangent. Instead of doing it like I did for tangent from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, I will draw my cotangent from 0 to pi. It's a little bit easier to do that. And so let's look at where things kind of blow up. It blows up when sine is 0, which is 0, and it's going to be positive in this quadrant. So it's going to stay positive, and then it has to go to negative. Okay? So it's going to blow up from the positive side and then go to the negative side. So it's easy to draw the basic cotangent function. Now, and then it repeats every pi, and we're just doing only one period. So let's look at what this is going to look like. Y equals 2 cotangent 2 x minus pi plus 1. Try to put everything that's kind of shifted and translated into this form so that the number is in front of the parentheses. So you may have to factor it out and kind of look at what's happening to phase shift. So let's take those numbers one at a time. This is going to modify the period just like before. Your period used to be pi. Now it is pi over 2. This is going to stretch that way. And this time it's not reflected, so it's going to stay at the positive and negative side. And this one is going to give you the phase shift. And what happened to the phase shift? It is pi to the right. And this one is going to move it up and down. So this one is up 1. Okay, so let's get started. So the one that I'm going to do, and it is this, we are going to do y equals cotangent 2x. So it used to be at pi. Now it will simply be, the period is simply going to be pi over 2. So it's going to blow up at pi over 2 instead of pi. And it's going to look, and this is going to be pi over 4. So it's going to look something like that. This is the picture of cotangent 2x. Alright, now let's do something else. Let's look at cotangent 2 x minus pi. Okay, what will that do? It's going to take this red thing and it's going to move it to pi. In other words, let's look at that. So it used to be, so it's going to do something like that. It will start at pi, and then it will have a period of pi over 2, So this thing is going to start at pi, and you add pi over 2 to it, so 3 pi over 2. So it's going to look something like this. Okay? So that is the picture of cotangent 2x minus pi. What else did I do to it? We multiply it by 2. So let's do that. When you multiply it by 2, y equals 2 cotangent 2x minus pi. What it will do, it will move everything. It will multiply everything by 2. Multiply everything by 2. So it's going to get a little bit steeper. My drawing. It's going to still stay in here, but it's going to be a little steeper. But at the asymptote, it's going to get close to the black one. Okay, so this is the picture of 2 cotangent 2x minus pi. What else did I do to it? Plus 1. So let's draw everything in there. I'll do that with the green. Y equals 2 cotangent 2x minus pi plus 1. What it will do is it will move this 0 to 1. Does that make sense? So here's my plus 1. So it's going to have the same shape as the blue. It's going to be pretty steep. But this point is going to move up to 1. And so this is the picture of cotangent 2, in parentheses, x minus pi plus 1. So take it one step at a time. I always start with the period change, and then afterwards, and I leave the vertical move at the very end. But sometimes I reflect on things first. But make sure you start with the period and you end up with the vertical shift.